Welcome back, everybody, to our YouTube channel. My name is Tammo, and with me today is our former coachee, Mohsin from Lahore, Pakistan. Hey, Mohsin, how are you today?
I'm doing good, Tammo. How are you doing?
I'm also very good. Thanks for asking.
Good. Glad to know that.
Mohsin, you are now in a city called Leipzig, which is
Yes,
1 hour away from Berlin, where we are.
yes.
How did you end up in Leipzig?
Uh, it's a long story, to be very honest, but I'm glad that I ended up in Leipzig instead of Berlin, to be very honest. I have been to Berlin and I didn't like that city, to be very, it's very crowded for me. It's very crowded for me.
Well, Berlin has like 3.5 million people living here. You come from Lahore with like 20 million, right?
Yeah, but I was not aware of this piece. Okay, to be very honest, I was not aware of this piece. I was not aware that okay, you can walk on road without hearing a thing in your surrounding. Okay, but now I am used to this environment, so I don't want to leave from it.
Yeah, you are. Maybe tell our viewers first of all what you do for a living. What is your job?
So I'm a front-end software engineer, and I'm currently working with different stacks, but my main I would say language is JavaScript and TypeScript.
Hmm.
So yeah, with React, Angular, Vue, and all of that. But regarding Java,
Cool. Before you came to Germany, you had 4 to 5 years of experience, and then you came.
yeah, around 4 years of experience.
We spoke a lot about your journey, how you made it, how
Yeah.
in the first part of our interview, we're gonna link this here. So if you're interested, how Mohsin ended up here after 1 hard year of work, watch this. That's pretty interesting. Today we want to talk more about yeah, how life in Germany is. You came here 3 months ago, beginning of winter. First of all,
Yes,
how was it to arrive here in Germany?
I was not prepared for it. I was not prepared for it. The actual winter is here. Okay, we are not aware of the actual winter. So it's very cold. But good thing is that we have like all the arrangements for it. So days are quite short, and I am not used to of these such short days. So yeah, I have adjusted, but I think I have adjusted into these days now.
Well, I would be interested, how is work in Germany? How do you like it, and how is that maybe different to what you have experienced back home in Pakistan?
So I would say both are in opposite direction. One is in good direction, and another is in obviously bad direction. Work here is totally different from what I am used to from Pakistan. Uh, we have this thing that I'm not used to of, which is like at 5 o'clock, manager just shuts his laptop and he just walks away. Okay, and he doesn't say anything. And I'm not used to it at least. Okay, I remember in Pakistan, I used to have guilt. This is an honest story. Sorry, okay. So in Pakistan, I used to have guilt. I used to feel guilty, like, okay, I'm leaving the office earlier from my colleagues. And that is something which, like, when I saw it totally different here, it was a surprise to me, but a good surprise. Okay, and I'm really, really, really thankful that this is actually a thing here. That work-life balance is actually a thing. Even our CEO, he sits with us, he eats with us, he even foods. Okay, but till after 5 p.m., he's like, okay, no, just go. I remember this one time, even during my early weeks. So I was sitting after 5 p.m. and the light, someone just turned off the lights. And I was like, why? I'm still working. And they were like, no, 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 you have to go home. Okay. You cannot sit here anymore. And I was like, okay, I'm not used to it, dude. So yeah, that's how the work culture is here.
So you would say work-life balance and
Extremely.
is a lot more relaxed here, but
Yes.
are you as productive as you are in Pakistan?
I am more productive to be very honest. Okay. The reason for that is because again, uh, I know that the time that I'm giving to the company, it has to be honest now. Okay. Before that, in Pakistan, we used to come like I used to go to office around 9 a.m. maybe, or maybe 9:30. But even I didn't know when I'm gonna leave from here. Okay. But here I know that this is my starting time, this is my ending time. So I have to give obviously my best, and that is what I am doing. And I think everyone here does that. Okay, it's not just me. I'm just I think I have learned from these people. I've learned from my colleagues that how to work, what is the work culture, the obvious work ethic that I have never, that I've only heard before in videos, in your interviews or YouTube. But now I'm actually experiencing it, and it's a great feeling, to be very honest.
Cool, perfect. And you're working for a smaller company, right?
Yeah, around 30, we have around 30 employees.
And how's that? How's the team? Is it an international team or is it mainly Germans?
So in our development team, around 90% of the people are not 90, 70, around 70% people are foreigners.
Mhm.
And yeah, only I would say two developers, two or three developers are from like they are German national.
Okay, so you speak English obviously at work.
Yeah, we all speak English.
Yeah, so no German for to work here.
No, they do talk to like sometimes they do talk in German because obviously they have been here since like last 2 or 3 years and they have learned German. So they do talk sometime in German, but obviously for me and for other colleagues, they sometimes. In fact, there are few guys who are from, I believe, from Africa, and they just talk in their own language. It's not English, it's not German, and it's very common for them to like talk in their own language. Yeah, even during meetings, of official meetings.
And do you plan to learn German in the future?
Yes, I'm already on it because obviously, if I want to spend my time here and if I want to be more, I would say, productive, then I have to learn German. It's a very important thing. Yes, you can. Obviously, it's not mandatory. It's not something that you cannot live without, especially working as a software developer. But I think it's really important.
Mhm. When it comes to yeah, the official life there, do you get a, obviously you don't speak German right now, like how do you get along at the moment?
I speak with them in English, and they communicate their task, like their, I would say, conversation. They basically the conversation happens in English totally these days, but they do not speak in
Also,
German
no,
at
I
all.
mean in the city when you are in a restaurant, I don't know, when you do your groceries, how do you do that?
So this, I just point out, hey, do I need? And obviously, the first time, even before saying hi, these days I'm used to asking that, hey, do you speak English? And they're like, yeah, a little. Then I just ask something, and they're like, okay. So this is how I'm working these days.
So most people speak at least a little bit of English, I guess, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's basically Leipzig is I would say the young population is in like bigger in numbers. So
Mhm.
a lot of people here from are foreigners, like from America, even from UK, England, and all of that. So yeah, English is, I would say, you can be pretty comfortable with English in this city, I would say.
When you work there, what is the work standard, the standard of coding? Is that different, do you feel, than in your previous companies, or do you have the same routines and standards you're following?
No, 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 not same. Obviously, we now like there are certain rules that I didn't even know they exist while coding. So we follow that. Everything you write, it has to be tested. It has to be reviewed by someone. Even like I'm just a developer, right? I'm just a front-end developer, but I have reviewed my CEO's code. Okay, and it's pretty common here. It's not a big thing. Okay, someone has to review your code. Okay, and then when if something happens, then the person who has written the code and the person who has reviewed the code, they just fix that bug. It's a penalty.
Mhm.
So it's the standards I would say quite high, especially for me because I'm coming from an industry where uh, following the coding standards are not necessary. Okay, you can just find your way around it. But here you cannot. You have to follow. You have to test. You have to write tests. That is a very important thing, and I'm not used to it. Uh, In Pakistan, whenever we have to write a test, we have to ask the team lead if we have enough time to write the test. And if he says that okay, you can write the test, only then you will write the test. Otherwise, you just have to push it.
Yeah, here it's a lot. I mean, that's also one of the biggest learning. I like what first thing we tell you in our program, yeah, always write unit test cases.
Yes,
Each and
yes.
every coding challenge you get, write unit test cases. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And yeah, what is your plan for the upcoming six months? Let's see, or for this year, for 2024, what do you have planned?
To be very honest, first of all, I need to adjust. I need to adjust in my team. There are a lot of responsibilities that I have, and obviously they have put their trust on me. So I need to make sure that I fulfill at least I try to fulfill my duties that are assigned to me. And obviously, learning German is something that I'm not compromising on. It's a very important thing. And the sooner I learn, the better I can integrate with my team and obviously other colleagues in the city as well. So for now, I am totally, I would say, like I'm paying I'm paying all of my attention to my job and learning German. That's what I am doing. But again, I do not do any kind of task or any kind of job work after working hours because that's not allowed, and no one does that here, and they don't even ask. One thing that I have seen here is, sorry, this is something that I forgot to say it before. The work here is quite, like, not easy, I would say, but it's quite planned.
Mm.
Like, uh, in January, we have already planned all the sprints, all of the tasks, all of the tickets that we have to solve in this whole year. Okay, they are already assigned to me.
Okay, for the whole year.
Yeah, yeah, for the whole year. Like, these are the bugs that we have to solve. These are the features that we have to integrate. That's it. Nothing will come out of the way. No one will say, okay, I know you're working on this ticket and it's 4 p.m., but can you please solve this bug and we just have to do it right now? No, it will go after. So after every 3 months, we have a release day. So everything will go into that. No, nothing before that, nothing after that.
Cool.
So there are some general rules which as a developer I personally like. Okay, if you will give the developer time enough for him or her to write the code and test it and then integrate it, and all of the and like check obviously the and follow all of the coding standards. Obviously, the developer will end up writing better code, and obviously it will improve the quality of the application as well.
How was it in your previous jobs? If you compare that?
So I was working in a startup and I'm not used to this whole new culture thing because I remember I used to work for straight 16 hours and this is not a joke, okay? This one time I came into the office around 9 a.m. and I went home the next day at 6 a.m.
Okay.
So, and I was continuously coding all night, all day. And I was the only JavaScript developer they had in office at that time.
Mm.
And it was a crazy, I'm used to crazy, crazy, crazy scenarios. So, but on the other hand, after landing in Germany, I do not remember a single day where I felt that pressure, where I have felt that pain at the back of my head that, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. When sometimes you continuously work a lot of, you continuously put a lot of hours in your work, you eventually, when you wake up, you're already worried about the tasks that you have to do in the day, right? The day I have landed here, none of those feelings. Promise, this is not a lie. None of those feelings. So the more until unless I step my foot in the office and I turn on my laptop, I do not even remember what I'm gonna do. I do not I do not have any idea like what I'm gonna do today. The moment I turn on the laptop, then I'm got to remember. Okay. This was the task I was working on, and this is something that I need to do.
Cool. I mean, that's awesome. Though the only thing missing is the summer needs to come here, and
Yeah, days need to be longer.
then life will be good here for you. Also, I like your
Yes.
plan with focusing on learning German and so on,
Yeah.
because of course English is enough also for you. I guess already recruiters probably approached you over LinkedIn
Yes.
in the
Yes.
long term, but if you speak German in the long term, I mean, that's also like all the opportunities here in Germany is open.
True.
Uh,
Exactly.
it's a complete different story if you're applying from Pakistan or if you are here with a work visa. Um,
Yeah.
you're doing it right. You're a consistent guy. Stay with the current company for as long as you like it, right?
Yes.
And then make a jump whenever you feel like. But yeah, resist the temptation of switching too fast because I've seen that with too many people. Yeah, they come here, they get ridiculous offer after 3 4 months they're switching already, yeah, and we always say your CV is burned if you do that. So for everybody's watching, yeah, rather try to be consistent, stay with the company, yeah, be reliable, in the long term for your career.
This thing, be reliable. That I think that says everything. Be reliable. Yeah, I have seen this thing that people like to jump even after 2 months or 3 months, even during probation. They just jump after landing in the Germany. But I don't think so that is the right approach. I personally believe. Obviously, anyone can disagree with that, but you have to be reliable. Yes, that's a good jump that you're getting, but that's going to damage your CV very bad, and that's not a good thing.
Exactly, that's true. All right, Mohsin. Yeah, thanks a lot. Next for you on a personal life, I think try to get a permanent apartment. Yeah, you're living in a
Yes.
temporary apartment right now.
Yeah.
Then get your full visa.
Yeah.
You can apply for the full visa. Everybody's watching. First, you get a D-type visa to come here. Then after 3 months of being in Germany with your city registration, you apply for your blue card. I think that should be valid then for 4 years.
Yeah.
And I think after 3 years, you could already apply for a permanent residency if you want to do that.
Yes.
And if you want to become a German, you can do that after 5 years of being in Germany.
Still, that's a long way to go, but for now, I think we
5
should
years
only
is
talk
not
about
too
the things
long.
that are in hand.
5 years is not too long. I mean, if you learn German quick, I think you need to be able to speak German on a B2 level.
Yeah.
But you know, that's not too far away. So
Yeah.
I've seen a
True.
lot of people doing that actually.
Yeah, even a few of my friends have gotten the citizenship in like 5 years or so. So I'm aware of that.
Cool. Perfect. Thanks a lot, Mohsin, that you found the time today. It was really
Yeah.
insightful. And yeah, we stay in touch. If you ever come to Berlin again, let us know. We can also meet here for coffee.
Yeah.
If I come to Leipzig,
Sure, man.
I will.
I'll definitely come to Berlin to meet you guys.
Cool. Do that in spring, then it's nice. We can go outside.
Yeah.
Sun is shining.
Sure.
Thanks a lot. And
Thank you, Tammo.
for all the people watching, if you are a tech and IT professional and you want to move to Germany, watch our 20 minutes video training, which you find below this video. Try to get an understanding how we work, then apply for our seat in our coaching program. We're going to assess your skills. If you have good chances of landing a job here, we're going to work with you, and then usually it takes 3 months that you will get an offer to come here. Thanks a lot, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen. Bye bye. Ciao.
Okay, bye.